Composing Gloves here, and today we're going to be checking out Porphyra, or however you say it. I'm actually not entirely sure how you pronounce this. It is a hybrid synthesizer built in Contact 8. Contact 8 is at the moment just being glitchy. I'm assuming because it's new, but it really doesn't like my system. So I'm assuming this is all actually going to be much smoother, but it's a Contact 8 issue. It's not a library issue. It's by Ocean Swift Synthesis. Let's look through some of the sounds, and then we'll go into the library, or we might cover the library as we look through some of the sounds. But we'll come over here and just check out some of the sounds. On one side we have wavetables, on the other side we have samples, and you can mix between them. Gotta hold it down for this one. I should note that these presets, if you browse them here, you can go through the artist that created them and categorically, which is a bit nicer of a way to do it than using the browser in Contact, which just puts them alphabetically, which isn't exactly all that helpful, but you can do it that way. So another pulse. Some longer attacks. Let's go up here and browse this way. I feel like we'll just get a little bit more useful results quicker. So let's look a little bit at the synth here. So if you click, so this is something that's kind of weird. It's weird seeing wavetables inside of Contact, but they're here now. I'm not sure if 7 could do this or not, but it's here. And if you click, you can rotate the wavetable, which is cool. I wish it would move the wavetable, but instead it changes the view, which is neat, I guess. You have to come down here to morph to move through it. And you can move. So you can pick different tables. They got a bunch in here that you can pick from. So it's really easy to shape your own sound. You've got phase, randomness. They've got this inharmonic morphing tool. And this is when we're over on the A side. So A side's going to be focused on the wavetable. There's modulation, shapes, all those good things. There's a filter down here at the bottom. You can choose the different filter types. They're brought forward from the back end so that you can mess with them. And then the envelopes. We've got a modulation envelope, a filter envelope, an amplitude envelope. On the sample side, you can choose from your various samples. There's a bunch. And you can drag and drop your own sound. Say I want to use this sound as a sample. You could drag and drop it in. I could also do it on the wavetable, and then I can morph through this table. Go to the other side here. It'd be kind of nice if there was a normalization option that would bring it up. But yeah, so that's the samples in the two sides. You can do kind of standard stuff you'd expect. You can turn on a filter. And then you've got an LFO to control a target, and this X LFO, which is sort of the ability to generate a random wave that will control something. So over here, you pick a wave shape, and you use that, where this will give you sort of an in-between of several shapes. So you can sort of randomize it. You hit wave, and it will generate a new wave. And from what I understand, this immediately always connects to, because on the others, you get to pick a target. I believe this one always just connects to the volume. I'm not entirely sure. I got to look in the manual on this one, but it's kind of a unique LFO. In the effects category, let's get a better sound here than the one that I've settled on. We'll go for all the vibes. There is a modulation category, a creative area, and then you have a bunch of, just things you can pick. So come in here, choose an effect, bring it in. And if it's in the back end of Contact 8, it'll be available here. So that's the effects. And then in the options in the back, you've got some options for polyphonic aftertouch with the wheel, how the mod wheel interacts, all that good stuff. So, but that is the synthesis engine in a nutshell. Let's go through some more of the presets here and just check out what they've got going on. So here's, this one is called Rarefaction. There's also a setup for polyphonic aftertouch, which I don't have a setup to demonstrate, but if that's something that interests you, it is supported. Let's look here at Screaming Jay. So if you hear something like this and you're like, ooh, maybe that's a bit like intense, you should go into the effects and it's gonna be somewhere in here. So we look, we've got one called Big Fuzz, and we could just take this and choose none for the moment. Get a much cleaner sound. So if you like what something's doing, it's pretty easy to adjust it. And if there's something like that's really gritty and you would like more grit or less grit, it's gonna be a distortion that's somewhere in here. Very nice. This one's called Talk to Me. A nice pad. The Endless. I am clipping out the wazoo right here. So that's the kind of sounds you can expect to get out of it. If these are sounds that you're interested in, give it a go, check it out. It is run in Contact the player engine, and there is an intro discount. So you can go check it out. I believe right now it's going for something like $80. So this is the webpage. There's a bunch of demos, much better musical examples possibly. And if we go to the synthesizer itself, I go to learn more. So it's 80 euros. It's discounted. So I don't know what that is in USD. It's always a little bit more in USD. But yeah, a nice intro discount. Oh yeah, something else I didn't mention here, it is integrated with the hardware. So if you have hardware and you load this up in Complete Control, it'll interface nicely with your hardware. So if you'd like to manipulate it, you have a complete keyboard. This will play nicely with that. So that is Porphyra. It is a pretty straightforward synth. You know, you grab your sample, grab your wavetable, morph it, add some effects, and you're on your way. Presets are ready to roll. If you have any questions about it, drop them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Subscribe and hit that bell icon for future videos, and have a blessed day.